video, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Emma, and today's video is going to be all about our very first house. So it has been about a year since we purchased our very first home. I recently found a video that I made when we bought this house a year ago. I was not on YouTube, I was not like vlogging, but I have been making videos of my life and just having them kind of like as my own little memory book for years. So I was filming it just to have for myself in the future. This was before I had any intention of starting a YouTube channel, but I thought it would be fun to show you this footage from a year ago and answer some commonly asked questions that I get about our house. If you don't care about the footage from a year ago, you can skip to this time. I won't know, I won't be offended, it's fine. I will show you the clips and then I will show you a few updates that we have made since. You can really see the progress, and I won't give you a full house tour, but I will show you just a few of the rooms that we redid, and I will answer some questions that y'all ask me on Instagram or questions that I get very frequently. Before we get started, if you are new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. I am finishing up my very first year teaching, and I have vlogged the whole journey, and I am planning on doing a bunch of lifestyle content this summer, so make sure you subscribe if you are not already. And without further ado, let's go. One day we're gonna look back and we're gonna be like, wow, that's when we bought our very first house. Oh my gosh. It's closing day.
Good morning, YouTube.
How do you feel?
I'm ready to work.
One day we're gonna look back and we're gonna be like, wow, that's when we bought our very first house at 22 and 23. We are homeowners.
Yippee.
Where's our
Here we
house?
go.
It says sold. I can't. Just go walk in. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Doesn't open it. What if someone's in there? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It is cold in here. This is our house. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, what's the yard look like? Oh, it looks kind of good. This is insane. Oh my gosh.
58.
They're trying to kill us. This is our room.
Oh my god.
What? Oh, that's what they did to like everything. It's fine, we'll just paint it. Honestly, you could paint it a color. That would be pretty. Oh my god, look at all the doors look like that. They just need to be reput. Like, look at that door. Look at this. It's fine. Oh my gosh. Our bathroom. They left us toilet paper. How do you feel? Better?
It's only been 2 hours.
I feel like,
already looks better.
really? Because I feel like we haven't made a dent. I know it looks better, but in my head I'm like, oh my god, there's so much.
So
Okay, so what's our update?
really busted a lot of chops. Gonna go dump some.
We got shown up.
Yeah, the brush guy didn't come.
They were supposed to be there at noon. Well, it's 3 o'clock. Look at this. This
Tired.
is not all of it.
Really burned.
That's our update. Look how much better it already looks. It actually still looks kind of bad, but no more brush, except that. More mowing.
This is the first dining room. We're taking a break from the work outside.
Are you excited to move? Oh. Are you nervous about how much work is left to do?
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
What's today? I don't know. It's been a week since close, and this is our project of the day. One day, we're gonna look back this awful yard, and it's gonna look great, but today is not that day. We're really excited. We're gonna take Smelly Girl to see our house. What do you think, Ellie? You ready to see your new house? Let's go this way. Come on. Oh, wow. Come on. Come on. Oh, who's that? Bonk. Are you smelling? Hi.
Hello, YouTube. It's our last night in our townhome.
What's today's date? May 14th, I think. It's our last night. I'm kind of sad. I'm very excited, but I feel like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. We're in a storm right now. I feel like I've moved every year for 5 years. And so I just am like, okay, it's another move. But it's not. I don't know. It's like the end of, I think this is, it is. It's like the end of my college. I think that's why it's like hitting me. Like my college years and having roommates and renting different apartments you know what I'm saying? Every year. Mm-hmm. And like this is now like the last, I'm serious, I've been like thinking about this a lot, and this is now like the last night, and then now we're like adults who are homeowners, and like we're like real hardworking adults with real jobs, kinda. This is, I don't know, that's what I've been thinking about.
This is a move.
This is a move. Oh my heavens. If this is the last vlog you see of ours, we died in a nader.
Okay.
Okay. See you on Flippity Flip. Aw, her little Cajun dent.
I'm not gonna cry. We're literally moving down the street.
Oh, there's a dead spider. We moved out, obviously. Let me show you our crib. The house that built me. Why am I sad? The bedroom earlier when I walked in it kind of got me for a second. I'm not really sure why. You don't agree?
No, I do. It's weird.
I wasn't sad until I saw it empty.
Get out of here.
Look at that. Looks so good. How do you feel about your new grill?
Oh,
Look at that. Is it out there so that you can watch it while you do your dishes?
It didn't fit in there.
It's fine. First meal. It's a good one. Don't you think? Cheers, mate. We did it. Yeah. And Ellie is just so happy. Cheers, Ellie. I think I'm just gonna go through a really brief summary of what we went through last year trying to buy this house, the process, because I didn't really go into detail when I was vlogging a year ago, because again, I had no intention of posting it to YouTube. I had no idea I was gonna start a YouTube. We started looking for a house in February. We met with a realtor, we told him what we wanted, and this was, of course, before COVID happened. And this is the biggest blessing of all, is that we started this process right before COVID hit, because we were already like starting to look at houses. We were already being pre-approved by our bank. Like, we were already starting all of those steps when COVID shut the world down. And if we had waited even a month to start, we would have been pushed back so much. And the housing market really had not been affected yet, which again was a huge blessing, because I know right now the market is horrendous, and I am so thankful. I think about it all the time. I'm so thankful that we got this house when we did, before everything kind of started going downhill. We started looking in February. I believe we found this house in April. We looked at probably like only like 3 or 4 houses, because there really was not a lot that fit our needs. We didn't have a huge budget. We wanted to not live outside of our means. We wanted it to be a pretty inexpensive house. I mean, no house is inexpensive, but we weren't willing to go above and beyond, because we knew this was just our first home. We knew this was just our starter, and we wouldn't be here forever. So we were not willing to put in all this extra money and make this huge mortgage payment every month, because we knew it would be super temporary, and we wanted to use the time in this house paying a smaller mortgage to save up for our forever home, which we will eventually buy. So that was kind of our mindset going into it. So we knew that we were not going to get this huge house. We knew we were not going to get the perfect home. And I think we put an offer in April. We really prayed about it. We talked to people about it. We felt like it was a good move for us. It was not a super expensive house. It was within our budget. It was actually a little bit below our budget, which was really nice. And it was newly remodeled, which we thought was a really big blessing. So we pulled the trigger and we ended up getting accepted. And then we started the process of all the inspections, all the paperwork, all that kind of stuff. That took a while. I don't remember the exact timing. I want to say it took about a month though. So I'm looking at some questions from Instagram, and I'm going to try to answer the most commonly asked ones. A big question that I get pretty often is, how long did it take you to save up for it? I know that we started 2020 with the intention of buying a house that year. So I think like in December-ish, we really started planning and budgeting. So by the time January came around, we were super strict with our budget. We spent like no money from January until we closed in April. We budgeted super strict. We already had a savings though, so I don't want to say we saved for a whole house in 2 months, because that's not what happened. We already kind of had a savings, and just those few months, we really put back a lot of extra money, and we cut back in every area. And Michael would work a lot of extra shifts. So we really didn't do it for like years, but you also have to remember this was just our starter home. And like I said, it was under budget. So it took less money than anticipated. But in the future, we plan on moving in a couple of years and buying like our forever home. And we know that that one is not going to be as inexpensive as this one, just because we want to be able to be there for like forever, hopefully. And we have a lot of things that we know we're going to want. And so because of that, we are already saving. We already have a savings for that house, just so that way when the time comes in a couple of years, we're not like, oh shoot, we probably should start saving, because it's not going to take as short as it took us to save for this house, if that makes sense. We also got a tax return in February or March, and a lot of our down payment was our tax return. So just keep that in mind. It didn't take us too long, but we did not have to put a huge down payment down on this house. What's something you did not expect about being a homeowner? So here's what I learned the hard way, and this is my opinion, so if you don't agree, that's cool. Don't buy a flip unless it is a really reputable company or business that did the flip. Don't do it. We bought a flip from, it was a realtor, and she bought it, and she and her husband flipped the whole house, and it's beautiful, and we do love our house, but They did such a cheap job on everything. You can even see in the video from a year ago, I made a comment about the doors and the way that they painted the doors. Like, they just did such a cheap, quick fix for the whole house, and we've really had to pay for that the last year. We've had to literally replace like everything in our house, which we didn't have to renovate or anything like that, which is nice, but we had to repaint, we had to replace a bunch of stuff. We have had to fix a lot of problems that they caused. I am grateful though that we bought our first house and then we're gonna buy our dream home, because if I had bought my forever house first, I probably would have gotten a little bit screwed with our forever home, because you don't know until you go through it. I now know exactly what questions to ask. I know exactly what to look for. I know which inspectors to use. I know so many things now about the contracts, about the agreements, about the whole process. And I feel like we will be very well prepared when we go buy our next house, which I am grateful for. I'm also super grateful because our realtor put it on the agreement or the negotiations that the seller would pay for it was like a year warranty, I think, where if anything went wrong, this warranty would cover most of it. So it was like a flat rate for a whole year membership with this warranty or insurance or whatever. I can't remember. I think it was a warranty, like a home warranty. And the seller agreed and paid for it. Thank the good Lord that we did that, because let me tell you all of the things that we had to do this year, and all of this was covered under warranty. First of all, when summer hit, like a month into buying our home, the AC wouldn't work. So we had to call somebody to come out and fix our AC. They just didn't hook up the thermostat correctly. They just put it on the wall because it was new and pretty, and they didn't even connect the wires. So the thermostat wasn't connected to the AC. Next, what happened next? We knew that the piping underneath the house, like in the crawl space, was old and would need a repair. That was the only thing the seller had us pay for. Like, when you have an inspection, there is a huge list usually of things that need to be fixed, whether it's little things or big things, and you kind of negotiate who pays for what, the seller or the buyer. The seller took care of most of it. We were just in charge of the pipes. We were like, great. And they estimated it at like a few $100s. And we were like, okay, cool. So it took us a month and a half to get this taken care of. 3 or 4 different plumbers had to come out several different days. And our entire plumbing system had to be replaced. It was thousands of dollars. And at this point, we were so far past close because it took them almost 2 months to get it done, because we had so many different plumbers with so many different ideas. And it took so long that it wasn't anything we could do. We were just in charge of it. So we had our entire plumbing replaced. I wish I remembered how much exactly it cost, but it was thousands, and we paid nothing because of the warranty. Seriously, biggest blessing. Are you kidding me? Crazy. That in itself was worth the warranty. Are you hello, are you kidding me? Then our water heater and furnace busted in the winter time. I think it was December, maybe it was November. Completely broke, didn't work. We had to get a new water heater. We had to get a new furnace. Furnaces are thousands of dollars. I think we paid a couple hundred, maybe. I swear there's more, and now I can't think of it. There's definitely more and I can't think of it. But anyway, moral of the story, we basically have a brand new home now because literally everything major had to get replaced. We love that. But again, I'm gonna know exactly what kind of questions to ask when in the future. I'm gonna know the red flags. Yeah, so definitely a learning experience, but God had our back and we came out without having to pay all these thousands of dollars of repairs, which is incredible. And then the last main topic of questions that I got was about decorating, redoing things, renovating. How long has it taken me to really get it to be what I want it to be? And I still feel like a year later it is not done, which is why I have not done a house tour. I don't know that I will, just because I feel like I am always redoing things. Somebody also asked, what style do you think your house is? And I have no idea. I feel like it's like a twist on farmhouse, because I'm not a big farmhouse person, but I feel like it's like a modern farmhouse. I don't know. This is one room that we have definitely redone. These walls used to be gray. We painted them this really pretty blue color. We redid, like, we got a big fancy desk. I really, really like this room. But other than that, honestly, like, this is the only room in the house that's really been redone. I think that that's about all the questions. We definitely love this house, and I love owning a home, even though it's a lot more work. When things go wrong, it's all on you. But we love this house. As I was watching back the clips from a year ago, it's really crazy to think that we lived in apartments, and that townhome that we lived in there for about a year. It feels so good to own a home, and it feels so good to know that we own this and we pay for it, and it's just such a good, rewarding feeling. And I'm not trying to say you're not great if you don't own a home. Like, renting is great, and it's not for everybody, because it is a lot of work and it is a lot of money sometimes when things go wrong. You can't just call your landlord and be like, hey, this broke, come fix it. It's on you, and that's a lot. But I love it. I hope that you enjoyed. If you liked it, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of my videos. I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.